I'm a primary school teacher in North County Dublin, and our classes range from 4 to 8-year-olds, and I'm currently teaching 4-year-olds. The outline of the presentation here will be Ireland's ICT journey, history, the challenges and progressions, and it was very interesting actually when I was listening to you on your feedbacks and when I was going around listening to the different people making their contribution from the last workshop. The challenges that we have faced have been very, very similar to yours. I'm sure the challenges are really worldwide, and how we look to the future. With regard to that, looking to the future, this afternoon I'm going to be taking you through the tools that we are using currently in Ireland to create an e-learning plan for our schools. It's, as Denise said, it's very intensive amount of information that will be thrown at you this afternoon, but I shall do my best to clarify it. But it will take time to go over, but we will hope to have at the end of it a template of an e-learning plan and hopefully the knowledge how to complete it. Now we'll go on with this one. I hope to have a little minute to show you examples of e-learning from my own school if I'm not running too far over time. Now, next thing, the beginning. Ireland, first of all, is not a wealthy country. We had no funding at all before 1997. Of course, there was ICT being developed in different pockets around the country. There were people, isolated people, developing using ICTs in the schools. IT at that time we called it, we didn't have the communications part in it. I've been myself using ICT in school since 1981, and but we didn't have official funding until 1997. Then there was a policy framework developed at Schools IT in 1997, and then the most beneficial thing to us was the setting up of the NCTE, our National Centre for Technology in Education. It was set up in February 1998, and it's our umbrella association for all to do with ICT in education. It's an agency of the Department of Education and Science, and it serves 4,100 schools and 47,000 teachers. And it deals directly with the schools. Now, the NCTE, when it was established, created a number of initiatives. These initiatives were the Technology Integration Initiative, Teaching Skills Initiative, Schools Integration Project, Interactive Software in the Curriculum, SkullNet, and Special Education Needs. I'm going to go briefly through each of these, and if you want to ask me questions afterwards, that's no problem. I'll just go as quickly as I can through them. The Technology Integration Initiative was supporting technology planning and infrastructure building in schools. It supported schools with the purchasing, planning and technical information required to get computers into the schools. Grants were provided to the schools, and the target 60,000 multimedia computers into schools, and every school has internet access. In the beginning we had dial-up access, but now all schools have broadband access in them. Now the teaching skills, which from my point of view was the most important initiative because it trained teachers in ICT. There were courses developed and delivered to teachers. 120,000 training places where people were trained since 1998, approximately 10,000 per annum. And now there's an accreditation path leading towards a graduate diploma and a master's. When you attend some of these courses that are being provided by the NCTE, you get credits towards a master's and towards a graduate diploma in ICT. It's ongoing. We're ongoing to course development to blended online e-learning is what we're aiming at now. Now, in the beginning, the way we started it was 1,000 tutors were recruited and trained to deliver courses. They were administered through the local education centre network. We have 21 education centres throughout the country, and these courses were delivered through these centres. The teachers came to the centres, and the courses were delivered there. We had a very, very high demand from enthusiastic teachers who were prepared to avail of the training in their own time outside of school and at weekends. The primary school training courses in the beginning were introductory phase 1, which was kind of very basic ICT skills, maybe file management and word processing and things like that. Phase 2 was like development on that. Then ICT in the primary curriculum, how you could use it within your classroom. And Intel was involved as well, Teach the Future. Then, am I going far too fast? Am I going too fast? I'll slow down a little bit then. I'm trying to get through before 1. The post-primary training courses then were the post-primary phase 1, which was similar to the primary phase 1. The post-primary phase 2, similar again. Intel Teach to the Future. Then there were specialist courses for second level teachers in maths, music, career guidance, etc. Now, there were other courses then which were developed for both primary and secondary level, which involved troubleshooting, because in the early stages, in still we don't have great technical support, so it was up to the teachers to learn how to fix a lot of problems within the school, because so we needed a lot of troubleshooting. Networking essentials. In the beginning also we had maybe peer-to-peer networking, we didn't have client-server, and we needed to know how to fix things when they fell apart, which they frequently did. Courses on special needs, multimedia authoring, and ICT for principals. We have found that one of the most essential components of a successful ICT integration is to have the backing of the principals in the schools, because if you don't have the backing of the principals, really you can't go ahead. And we have made great efforts to involve principals in all discussions that are going on, and to take principals in to inform them of the new developments that are coming, to get them on side, and it's working quite well.